Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another speed build for you, but today I am building an apartment, which is not something I usually do. I don't really know why, but today I thought I would. The household I'm playing in right now, their teen is now a young adult. He's going to move in with his girlfriend into this apartment. He's a painter, so I put his paintings everywhere. I tried to picture this as like some kind of apartment in like LA or something with the exposed brick on the wall. I don't really know. I just kind of pictured this being like artsy and a little bit modern, maybe a bit edgy, so that's kind of the vibe that we're going for. And that's why I chose these like black sleek cabinets. I thought they looked really good. And then of course with all the greenery everywhere. So this is a young couple, like this is their first apartment. I will say, once we get into their bedroom, it's a bit messy, but it's home. And that's the important thing here. So I just thought I would record the process of me building this apartment for my sim. It's something I've really been looking forward to. I decided that this was something I wanted to do since that sim was a child, and I chose the creativity aspiration. And I decided, well, this kid is going to have a really awesome apartment one day. So today's the day. Here I am building it. That thing on the wall in between the windows, I can't actually remove since one of the lot traits of this apartment is historical, so you can't actually take that down off the wall. It says like the landlord won't let you or whatever, which I think is pretty funny, but I think it actually fits the vibe pretty well, so it turned out pretty good. And I used the Nifty Knitting couches here. Is it Nifty Knitting or Tiny Living? I think it's Tiny Living actually. And I really love the red pop. I'm always so scared to use color in my furniture, but today I just decided to go for it. I'm playing off of the red brick a little bit, and I just wanted to pull that into the furniture. And of course, adding an abundance of plants. Like this is the first time this guy's moved in with his girlfriend, and she is just bringing all of her plants with her, and he's bringing all of his paintings. So this is the compromise that we get here. And I also love that little bar that they have. They don't actually have a kitchen table or anything like that, but I think with 3 bar stools and like 5 seats in the living room, I think they'll be okay. 4 or 5 seats in the living room. And I was also struggling to figure out what I should put in this corner. I was thinking maybe I would get them a cat, but I was working within a certain budget as well. So I don't know. I decided against the cat and just decided to make it a little bit more minimal in that corner, I guess. Like I was like, let's just put something big, like an aquarium or a cat tree or something. But then I ended up just picking the coat rack and shoe rack, and like I think I ended up putting some plants there or something in the end. So yeah, I think it helps. And I also played around with platforms a lot in this apartment. I actually like apartments so much more with platforms. Like I love the raised kitchen, and then I also end up sinking in the living room, and it just like makes the room make so much more sense. I don't know why. Like you see that big empty space between the living room and the kitchen and the entryway, like that big L shape. I was like, it looks so empty. Like it looks like everything's just put up against the wall. But as soon as you use the platform tool to kind of separate that, it creates this hallway without having to put up any walls or anything like that. So I think it actually works really well once I get there. And I'm just also trying to fill up the walls with stuff that looked artsy and creative. Like the signs there from Snowy Escape I threw on there because when you see people with like stop signs or like street signs in their apartment, that's kind of the vibe that I was going for. But yeah, I think 2 or 3 of the paintings in the living room were painted by my sim. So I'm sure if you typed in bb.hidden objects, you could find them in the catalog. And I also did fit a chess table in there. I tried to make sure that there was stuff that your Sims could do in the apartment just so that you wouldn't get bored and they can build their skills. And I really like the overlapping rugs from the laundry day pack that I have laid down in the bedroom right now. But I did end up getting rid of them and trying to like make my own clutter of rugs. Just, I don't know, because I didn't like the carpet, but I didn't want to take it out because if you move into an apartment, it's not very likely that you're going to be able just to pull out the carpet as soon as you move in. Like, unless you have a lot of money. um, but anywhere I've lived, that's never been an option for me. So I just pictured that they have like all their rugs they just throw down. And yeah, that's what I pictured in my head. And then I'm still going along with the exposed brick on the outside wall. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I struggled a little bit with this bedroom because it's huge. It's bigger than the living room and kitchen, I'm pretty sure. So I ended up kind of trying to split it a little bit. I put a room divider in there at one point, but half of it is for sleeping and getting dressed, and the other half is for work. So like painting. I end up putting the computer over there and a bookshelf. So it's just kind of like an office space, but it's just one big room. So, but this bedroom is honestly huge. But I don't know, I didn't want to move any of the walls because, like I said, when you move into an apartment, you can't just like move the walls unless you have like a lot of money. But even then, it's part of the structural integrity, so they gotta stay. And I was also just trying to move around all these paintings to try and make them look good. And I don't even think I really achieved that in the end. I was trying to make it like really cluttered, but then it looked too cluttered. I don't know. I'm just all over the place here. I'm starting to struggle a little bit. But I like the whole vibe of the apartment. I think it's really cool. And if this were my first apartment, I would be pretty stoked. Not gonna lie. And I ended up moving the chess table right up against the wall. And I did test it. Yeah, you can see me testing it here just to make sure that your Sims can still actually use the chess table, and they can, so you're good for that. And I think this is when I start to have a lot of fun with the bedroom, when I start adding in that office space, and I just start to clutter it up like crazy, which is something I'm like expanding my horizons. Like I'm trying to get better at cluttering stuff, but I'm really happy with the way that this office space looks, and it's definitely my favorite space in the house. And I struggled with these curtains a little bit. uh, you'll notice that some of them have a black rod and the other one have a golden rod, but you know what? It's fine. It's their first apartment, okay? Everything's a little mismatched. So I guess I'll give you maybe a little bit more background on the Sims I'm making this apartment for. So my main Sim, Porter, he, like I said, is a painter. He's moving in with his girlfriend for the first time. He's a gloomy kind of character, so he focuses a lot on his art. And his girlfriend, I don't honestly know too much about her. I just know that he really likes her, and she's like low-key, not the cutest, but you know what? They have a strong relationship, and that's all that matters. I'm not really sure what she's into. I think she's magic. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't give her any magic stuff. I totally disregarded her needs because I was like, I've been dreaming about this apartment for Porter ever since he was a child, okay? So I'm making his dreams come true right now. I haven't been here for the girlfriend's hopes and dreams, okay? But I'm here for Porter's hopes and dreams, and she's along for the ride. And that's awful to say, but it's The Sims, so it doesn't matter. Everything's fine. And I also end up using the that big red like graphic novel looking decoration. I love it so much. I put it right over the bed, and I think it really brings the room together. I was really excited about it, like way too excited about it. And I put a little chair there so your Sims can study, play the guitar there. It's just a nice little area for them to get their skill building up. Look at that. Oh, and I cluttered the shelf with some products too. They got everything in here. They're good to go. I didn't put a mirror in here. That's okay. I just remembered that. But they'll be fine. They don't need a mirror. And there's the room divider I throw in there too. And I think I get rid of those succulents because it was just, I wanted to put the amps in there because I think it looked way cooler. And this is probably, no joke, like my dream apartment, especially like as a child, like thinking about having my own apartment. This is definitely what I would have pictured. And it's a little cluttered, but it's really homey, and that's what I like about it. And it's huge, like it's a huge space. And it didn't take me that long to do. I think it just took me over 2 hours to do this. And I think that's because I was just trying to clutter everything up. And oh yeah, I almost forgot about the bathroom. And like I said in my last video, I kind of like glaze over the bathrooms. I'm like, throw some tile on the wall. There you have a toilet, sink, and shower, and you're good. So there's the bathroom done. Wonderful. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this apartment. It was super fun, and I really like the way it turned out. And if you guys want to download it, I did take away some of the walls and doors. It's put up as just one big room on my gallery, which I will link in the description below, so you guys can play in it if you'd like to. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!